Okay, friends, last night I was just kind of laying in bed, I had a little trouble sleeping, and I'm looking out this big old window we have in the bedroom. The bedroom door was shut. The window again measures, I don't know, maybe 5 foot by 6 foot, something like. It's a big window, and and yet last night, during the day, I look out of it and gee, you see all the green leaves, that are around here. Look at, like what's behind me. But at night, all you see is black. And I got to thinking, oh my gosh, think of the people. There must be people. Not us on Earth can't be the only living beings in this entire universe. I would imagine there's plenty of others. But there must be slightly more advanced people than us, or beings than us, that are riding in spacecraft, looking out a window, wondering, my gosh, we've been going now for how long, Charlie? 10,000 eons? And we haven't seen that star we're trying to reach. It's still pretty darn far away. Holy crud. It's, in other words, it's so darn big that it's almost unfathomable and almost impossible to get from point A to point B, unless in other words, you at 5 years old over here traveling all through this, and you haven't seen a thing. Gazillions of years, all sorts of speed, light speed, whatever. And now you're all the way over here and you still haven't seen anything. I don't know. Because it can be that empty out in space. And then maybe by chance you pass some big old round ball of some kind of planet or a star, and you wonder, how in heaven's name did it get here? What? Well, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, yeah, it's got to be something God has something to do with, of course, but wow, we really live in this, or exist within this in unbelievably large and just large. I don't even know what to call it. I don't have words for it. That's the crazy thing. And yet now here in our little solar system, yeah, we have a star. We have some planets. Some of the planets have moons. Some of the planets have life, at least what we call life. But where's the next? Where would there be other lives like us? I don't know. It could be pretty darn far off. I doubt there's any other human type life in our solar system. I can't imagine there would be. It doesn't seem, you'd think by now we'd know, with all the way we can search through these planets now, and nothing seems to be coming up. Now and then someone sees a flying saucer go by, and well, that could be some other being contacting us a bit, but gee, you hardly ever see them. Now and then people see ghosts. Some see evil spirits. Some see rather mean spirits. Some see angels. Some hear things talking to them. Some folks can talk to one another without talking. In other words, psychic stuff. But it's just amazing how it's so big, and we're just this tiny little speck of it. But there's probably all sorts of other tiny little specks wondering the same thing as us. Why? I don't know. I'm not saying this right at all, but and I'm going to try to do more of these as I go along. But we'll go with this one for now. But at least I've got the ball rolling. What do you think about all this? When you look up at the stars at night, and you don't you just scratch your head and just say, ah, what in heaven's name is all this? And it's that will start you thinking, and you can really you can drive yourself cuckoo going over it. And yet, well, I don't know. It's all out there, but how? Why? What? Who? Yeesh. Anyway, thought I'd just bring that up. I know I've done about 8 of these little videos now and erased them all, so I'm going to stick with this one. But I thought maybe I'll get the ball cooking here and we can have a bit of a conversation over all this stuff. I'll see you later. Bye now. I know I'm scratching my head, that's for sure. Oof. Bye now. God bless.